You may have heard the Prime Minister say,
all I ask is that Sue Gray be allowed to complete her inquiry.
His top team too.
Sue Gray is conducting an inquiry.
Even this lady in Anglesey.
I think we've got to wait and see what the report says.
Everyone is waiting for Sue, and now we have to wait some more. After the Met Police said she can't include the most serious allegations in her report until after their investigation is over. This former Met Chief Superintendent says it's not necessary to demand heavy redactions to the report.
This is very basic stuff. This is fixed penalty notices. It's right at the bottom end. Now, this is not stuff that goes to court. It's not going before a jury. This could have all been dealt with where, as soon as the photographs were first shown, there was very, very clear evidence of COVID breaches. The police should have gone in there and issued fixed penalty notices, and that would have been the end of the matter. The drift and delay has caused all kinds of confusion, and now we have a situation where the optics look like the police and the government are colluding.
The first allegation came in November. For weeks, Scotland Yard resisted calls to investigate. Then on Tuesday, that suddenly changed with the announcement of an investigation. Sue Gray thought that would delay her report, but the Met said no, it could be published in full. Until today, when they demanded only minimal reference to the 8 most serious events, those that had been referred to the police.
First, the Met said they had to wait for the Sue Gray report. Now they say the Sue Gray report has to wait for the Met. So, of course, people feel this looks like a stitch-up.
Stitch-up? Labour leader Keir Starmer wasn't going that far, but he did stick the boot in.
What I want to see is Sue Gray's report in full and the investigation finished as quickly as possible, because we're in this situation where the whole of government is paralysed because the police are now looking at what the Prime Minister was getting up to in Downing Street.
Both Sue Gray's report and the Metropolitan Police investigation are totally independent of government ministers and separate from government interference, which is exactly as it should be.
Tonight, the Met insisted there was no cover-up and they would investigate without fear or favour. They also said they weren't delaying Sue Gray's report. And it's true, she has agreed to hand it to the Prime Minister shortly. But much to the anger of Fran Hall, whose husband Steve died of COVID in 2020, large sections will now be blacked out.
We've all been told, wait for the Sue Gray report, wait for the Sue Gray report. Now it looks like it's going to come out and have either all the salient points redacted, or it's going to just tell us what we already know.
What does this mean to you as someone who lost someone to COVID?
More importantly, I think, what would it mean to Steve? Steve was a sergeant in the Met. He was a police officer for 30 years. He would be outraged and appalled.
Appalled is how some Tory MPs feel too, which is why Boris Johnson is using this extra time to try to appease them.